Okay. What's the definition of a scholar? How do you recognize a scholar?
A scholar?
Yeah.
Okay, this is a big question. Big question. Depends on the context that you mean scholar. Okay. The word alim is different from the word mujtahid, which is different from the word mufti, which is different from the word talib ilm, student of knowledge, and each have their own definitions. Some of them are general, some of them are quite specific. So it depends really, which one you're talking about. A mufti is the one who gives a fatwa. Asks a question and he gives you a fatwa, and he has certain conditions and he has certain characteristics as well. Generally, a mufti should be a scholar. He needs to be a mujtahid. He needs to have the tools of ijtihad. But not every mujtahid is necessarily a mufti. Okay, maybe he doesn't give fatwa. Okay, but he could be knowledgeable and have the tools of ijtihad. Somebody could be a muhaddith without to be faqih, without to be somebody who has knowledge of the fiqh, but he's able to check hadith. So there are many different types of scholars and types of people who, roles that people play in terms of the knowledge. In general, when we say the word scholar, we're referring to the mujtahid or alim. Okay? And the mujtahid is the one who is able to make ijtihad. Okay? Ijtihad is to exhaust utmost effort in order to extract the rulings from the Quran and the Sunnah. Okay? Meaning to exhaust utmost effort, scanning the evidences and in order to extract the ruling from the Quran and Sunnah. So the one who is able to do that, he is called the mujtahid. Okay? The one who's doing that, he is the mujtahid. And that has conditions. You cannot make that ijtihad without to have an Arabic language, for example, because the Quran and Sunnah is in Arabic. So you cannot be making ijtihad and you only speak English, you only speak French, you don't speak any Arabic. It's impossible. Okay? You will never make the ijtihad. You cannot be mujtahid if he does not have certain knowledge of ulum al-Quran and ulum al-Hadith. Okay? Because Abdullah ibn Mas'ud, he found people making tafsir. He said, what's the matter with these people? Do they know when this verse was revealed? Did they know if it was Mecca or Mecca or Medini? So you need to have certain understanding of the sciences of the Quran, of the circumstances of revelation, if a verse was revealed in Mecca or in Medina, if it was revealed in the summer or the winter, ilm al-qara'in, the science of the indications and the sciences of, or even the language of the definitions of the terms and so on, as well as ulum al-hadith, okay, the sciences of the hadith, to be able to verify the isnad, the chains of the narrations, as well as to understand the different, how to understand the matan of the hadith and verify that as well. So if you put it this way, the ulama, the salaf, they put these are the three main things that a scholar needs to be in order to be mujtahid. Okay? And they're obviously all umbrella terms. Knowledge of the Arabic language, the Fusha, classical Arabic language, not Lebanese or Syrian Arabic. There's a big difference between that and classical Fusha Arabic. And to have knowledge of the sciences of Quran, okay, including the tajweed, the sciences of tafsir, the sciences of the Makki, Madini, Asbab al-Nuzul, these things, and ulum al-Hadith, the sciences of Hadith, okay, including ilm al-Rijal, riwayah, wa dirayah, checking the chains and checking the narrations and the text as well. These three main things are what the scholar requires. He also has conditions in himself. He needs to be mature, needs to be sane, needs to be Muslim. Okay, because you could be very knowledgeable, have all that knowledge, and yet you're kafir. Okay, and so you cannot be alim or suitable as a mufti, even though by the linguistic meaning of mujtahid, you can be mujtahid because you have the tools. And there used to be many Christians before, who used to study in the schools of the Muslims, and they learned all of the same ahkam, the sciences of Quran and Hadith and tafsir, and they even used to memorize the Quran. But they were Christians. Many Orientalists, they did all of that as well. Okay, but that does not make them a scholar or mufti because they're not Muslim. Okay, so he needs to be Muslim, needs to be mature, meaning not a child, he needs to be an adult, he needs to be sane, okay, because now he needs to answer your questions. Okay, so he could have the knowledge and then he became insane later, became old and senile, but he was knowledgeable before. But while he's insane, he cannot be a mufti for you. So you see where the roles are different. So look at that one. I need to be capable and so on. So that's what ijtihad is, what a mujtahid is. If you ask me what is an alim, not every mujtahid is alim. Not every mufti is alim. Not every faqih is alim. Because al-ulama warasatul anbiya. The scholars are inheritors of the prophets. And the Prophet did not leave behind any dinar or dirham, any gold or silver. They left behind the knowledge. Okay? And what the knowledge is, action. It's a mission. It's to make tabligh, to spread and convey that message. That is what is inherited from the prophets. Is that role of the ulama to be the ones to teach the people and explain to them the ahkam, so that they know it, so they know the message of Allah, because not everybody can reach the minute fiqh or the details of that knowledge. So the obscure knowledge that not everybody knows, it is the job of the ulama, inherited from the anbiya, to spread it and to call the people and to remind them to command good, forbid the evil, and especially to do what? What was the da'wah of the anbiya that the ulama inherited? Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says, لَقَدْ بَعَثْنَا فِي كُلِّ أُمَّةٍ رَسُولًا أَنِ اعْبُدُوا اللَّهَ وَاجْتَنِبُوا الطَّاغُوتَ. We sent to every nation a messenger calling them to worship Allah exclusively and to keep distance from taghut. So you could be knowledgeable and know about tafsir and ilm al-hadith and ilm al-Quran, but when it comes to the taghut, you don't call anybody to reject taghut. He cannot be alim. He cannot be alim because the alim inherits that mission of the Prophet. If you're not doing the job of the Prophet, he is not alim, even if he's knowledgeable. You can be knowledgeable shaitan. You could be knowledgeable lazy. You could be knowledgeable and disobedient. You could be knowledgeable and you're hiding the knowledge. The Jews knew, but Allah said that what? That they hid the knowledge while they knew. وَهُمْ يَعْلَمُونَ. And they had knowledge, and yet they were hiding it. They were like what? Like they were a donkey carrying books. Okay, so you could be knowledgeable, but you are a donkey. You are knowledgeable, but you are a traitor. You are knowledgeable, but you're munafiq. Like the man on the day of judgment, Allah brings him forward, and he said, what did you do? You know, with all my blessings. He said, I used to recite Quran and I used to teach the people with the knowledge. And he said, you lied. You did it for the people to say that you were good, you were knowledgeable. And the people said it. And then threw him in hellfire. So not everybody who is knowledgeable is alim. You know the alim because he is alam. He comes out publicly with the call of the anbiya. Come on to worship and obey and follow Allah exclusively and leave all these tawaghit. So if somebody he is not doing that, he is not inheriting the prophets. If he does not fear Allah, he is not from the ulama. إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاء. Allah says, the most God-fearing among all of my slaves are who? Is the scholars. So if he does not fear Allah, he is not from the ulama. If he is somebody who is drinking alcohol publicly, or he is standing with all the tawaghit, defending the cartoonists and so on, he's not a scholar. He cannot be a scholar, no matter how knowledgeable he is. He works for the tawaghit, prevent funding, prevent strategy. Now, this person is not from the ulama, cannot be. Let alone, where we're supposed to say, the ulama are supposed to say, don't obey the taghut. Something so clear, it's obvious. Even a child will tell you. Okay, do we obey Fir'aun? No, we don't obey the Fir'aun. Do you obey shaitan? No, we don't obey shaitan. And then along comes so-called scholar and says, in fact, you need to give bay'ah to shaitan and obey him. Give bay'ah to the king and the taghut and obey him. He cannot be alim. He can be knowledgeable, no doubt. There are many people who are knowledgeable, even from the kuffar. It does not make him alim. Alim is the one who inherits and follows the footsteps of the anbiya, teaching the people the truth, calling them to tawheed, to reject taghut and believe in Allah. Calling the people on the front lines as well of the da'wah and the jihad, commanding from the evil, because that was the duty and the role of the anbiya that the ulama inherits. Okay, so that's how inshallah you recognize who the ulama are.